Good morning everyone. As always, I'm in a Spirit jersey. I know I'm trash for Spirit jerseys. It's Monday, it's just gone 10 AM and I'm about to head off quickly to put some air in my tyres because I've got a slow puncture in one of my tyres and I need to get it replaced, but I haven't got around to it yet. So I'm going to go put some air in my tyres and then go to my mum's house because she's got a hospital appointment this morning. She's actually got a week of hospital appointments. So I'm going to go to her appointment with her today. And then we are potentially going to see a new little baby that was born in our family afterwards. I won't be able to show you anything though because his parents don't want him on any sort of social media, which is absolutely fine. So sadly I won't be able to show you the little baba, but I'm very excited to meet him. And what else for the rest of the day? Not sure. Don't know yet. Hello everyone. I'm sorry that I didn't really film yesterday. I went from a really chatty video last week where I spoke to you like all day, every day. And then yesterday I just introduced the vlog and then didn't speak to you again. But yesterday was such a nice day in the end. It started out really stressful because obviously we had a scan with my mum and she has a series of appointments this week. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that everything comes back okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, but thankfully mum's scan yesterday seemed to be normal, which is great. That was a huge relief. And then from there we went over to see my cousin who had recently had a baby and we met him. They also had a tiny little kitten who I got to cuddle and play with and it was just the best. And then after that mum and I went to town and we had like a really nice late lunch date. Mooched around the shops a little bit and yeah, it just ended up being a really nice day, but not really anything like appropriate to film. I obviously couldn't film the baby and I didn't want to film the kitten even because my cousin's currently living at her mum's house and I don't know her mum that well because she's not actually my auntie. I know that sounds complicated, but it's not really. But she's not actually my auntie, so I didn't want to like film in her house. It was the first time I'd ever been there. And then when mum and I went into town, there wasn't really anything to film. So had a really nice day, went to pick up my prescription on the way home and take that to the pharmacy, and then that was basically everything I did yesterday. Today I'm up, I'm dressed, I've got this really cute t-shirt on from Primark that says Clever Sausage on it, but you can't really see it because of my hair. And I don't know why I felt the need to point that out. I just really enjoy this t-shirt. I'm gonna get some work done today, hopefully. My lecturer sent over my draft that I sent her last week with some of her comments on it. And thankfully she hasn't really made many like criticisms of it. There's just some areas where I could have gone into more detail, so I'm going to try and go through and redraft that today because it won't take me that long, and then I can tick that whole chapter pretty much off. So yeah, that's great. I've got a Skype meeting with her at 2 to like fully discuss the comments that she's made and talk about my next chapter, which I need to start working on ASAP. This dog, honestly. Will and I were actually saying the other day that we think Archie will really struggle when we have our actual human babies, because he is our baby. Hello, it's much later. This is going to be another boring week, I fear. I'm sorry, but I just had my Skype meeting with my dissertation supervisor and I always feel so like buoyed up after I speak to her. She is so wonderful, honestly, just one of the loveliest people I've ever met, and she has made my whole experience at university when I was an undergrad and throughout my masters. She has made my whole experience so much better, and I really want to get her a gift when I leave, when I hand in my dissertation. So if any of you have any ideas of what I could get my university lecturer, loves history, obviously, specifically Queens in the early modern period. If any of you have any ideas, let me know because I would love to get her a gift when I leave. She's honestly just made everything so much better at uni. She's really just given me some reassurance about the quality of my work because I was saying that I was worried about handing my dissertation in and oh, my knee just cracked, did you hear that? I was worried about handing in my dissertation and only just passing because at the end of last semester, I don't know if you remember, but I got a really disappointing grade on one of my pieces of work. After getting really high 2-1s or firsts for the whole of my masters, I got a really disappointing grade for me. I'm worried about that happening again with my dissertation. And she was like, if I had any concerns about that, I would be telling you to step it up, and you really don't need to. You just need to go a little bit deeper with your analysis sometimes and just take it to that next level a little bit, and you can do that by following my feedback. And she just made me feel so much better, and she's given me some great feedback on my chapter, so I'm going to make some notes now, and I'm going to try and do some work on it today, because I would love to finish it today. Also, yes, I am wearing a Spirit jersey yet again. It came over freezing cold in my house right before my meeting, so I had to quickly grab something off my pile of clothes, and of course it was a Spirit jersey. But yeah, so I'm going to try and get some stuff done now, and I feel really happy and positive. I know I've literally just spoken to you about it, but I've just been writing down my notes from that meeting, and I just feel so much better. Like, I've still got lots of tweaks to make to my first chapter and quite a few things to tweak in this chapter, and I've still got a whole middle chapter to write, as well as my introduction and my conclusion. But actually, when you really get down to it, you can get these things done in quite a good amount of time. And we've really clarified what I'm going to do in that middle chapter that I currently need to write. And originally it was going to be about novels and film and television, and that's just too much when you need to go into as much detail as possible for a master's level dissertation. That's just too much. So we've decided to leave out the novels for the most part and just bring them in for a few little contextual bits. Yeah, I just feel so much better, because that's a lot less to focus on, you know? So now I just get to rewatch some films to make sure I've got all the notes that I want from them, and I just get to, you know, keep writing this project that I'm genuinely enjoying. So life. Hello, it's Wednesday today. It's 10 to 9 in the morning, and I'm all dressed. I even attempted to curl my hair today. I know I'm not meant to put heat on my hair, but it just looked so bad this morning that I wanted to attempt to curl it, and the ends didn't really curl at all, so whatever. But I'm all dressed in my nice safari top. I've got shorts and tights on, because I had a conversation with my mum this morning, first thing this morning at like 7:30, which led me to believe that we were going to go to the Emma Bridgewater factory today. But I messaged her to say I was ready, and she hasn't even made an attempt to get dressed, and it takes like 3 hours to get there. So I don't think we're going to be going, because she's the sort of person where if she's not out of the house by 9 o'clock, she's not going. So I got all dressed and ready, and I don't think we're going. It is also absolutely pouring down with rain outside, so there's that. And yeah, all dressed up, nowhere to go. Excuse how dark it is in here. It's literally pitch black because of the rain. I've got my laptop here, which has given me some really unflattering uplighting. But I just double checked with my mum, and she had absolutely no intention of going to the Emma Bridgewater factory today. She just phrased her message like she wanted to go today. So I'm all literally dressed up with nowhere to go, like I said. And now I'm kind of sad, and I can't really go out here today because it's pouring with rain. So another boring day at home alone. So it's actually midday now, and I've really not achieved very much yet. I'm just trying to get some better light, but honestly it's just so dark in here today. But this is a Kiki K large leather planner in, I can't remember what the exact colour is called, but it's like a ballet pink. Let's close the laptop and see if that helps, because that's very blue light, isn't it? But yeah, so this is the planner. I think I've shown it before, or I might have shown this on Patreon, but when you open it up, this is the inside. I made myself a little vision board with pictures from my first graduation to inspire me to keep going. And then on the back, it's got a little rainbow moon print that says focus. And then basically it's got sections in it, and I don't refer to this as much as I should, but last night I went through it and updated a lot of it, so I thought I would just show you. So this first one is visions and goals. So I used it before, let me grab it, as a 90-day goal planner. I had lots of deadlines all in one go, including that big presentation I had to give at a conference, and a massive essay and everything, so I used it as a goal planner for that, and I set myself out like an ideal month in there each month. So I've gone and done the same thing for August and September. That's how that works, and then these are old ones. I've got a sources section here. This is a copy of my bibliography basically. It's like 4 pages long, just so that I can tick things off when I had read them. And then these are the monthly pages. So that was March, and then I did them all the way through until May, I think. I may have even, yeah, here we go. And then I didn't use it again until August. So again, I've basically transferred all of that like ideal month stuff onto a monthly page. And I've done the same for September. Then I've got a weekly section, and I've got these weekly inserts, which I think came out of a Kiki K planner. My friend Daisy actually sent them to me. And then I've also got some daily inserts that I found. I thought I had thrown them away, but it turns out I didn't. So I've got a couple of those in there, but honestly, I don't really use this weekly section because I love my bullet journal. But I definitely use the monthly and like the goal section. Then there's a note section filled with note paper, but again, I don't really use it because of my bullet journal. And then I've got all those spare daily inserts in the back. So that is my uni planner. Basically, I just really missed having a like ringed planner set up, and I kind of felt like it might inspire me to set a planner up just for uni. And from sort of like February to May, I found it really, really useful. And I haven't used it much since, but I think by setting up these like ideal months and like breaking my month down into little day slots and what I want to focus on, I'm hoping that will help. It is Thursday, and it is a happy day in our family because my youngest brother, the last of the Murray kids, got his A-level results today, and he got 3 A's. So he is off to his top choice university, and I am so pleased for him. For anyone who might be wondering, he is studying zoology and he wants to go into conservation, I think. So really pleased with him. I was crying this morning because I was just so relieved and so proud of him. Also, if you are a new viewer this year or you just missed it last year, my brother actually almost died 8 months ago, and I'm going to skip over it very quickly because it's very hard for me to talk about, but yeah, he was very, very poorly. So to overcome everything and to get 3 A's is just amazing, and I couldn't be prouder, and I'm so happy. But he is out for lunch with his friends, I believe, so today anyway, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see him because I have to wait in for a delivery of my medication, which I totally forgot about, and I've got a parcel coming, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to see him. I'm hoping we might go out for dinner later to celebrate or something, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm so chuffed. Hi guys, it's actually a long time later now. It's actually 4 o'clock, just gone 4. And I went to town with my mum. After congratulating my brother, he was going out for lunch with his friends. I did manage to see my brother in the end. He came home briefly, and my mum was going to drop him into town, so I went with them, and me and my mum like mooched around town for a bit, and I picked up a Zara parcel, which is the dress. You'll have to please excuse all the mess in the background and our smashed mirror. You'll have heard the story about that if you watched our moving vlogs back when we moved this time last year. But this is the polka dot dress that everyone is always talking about from Zara, and if you watch my vlogs regularly, you might know that I actually bought it a little while back. And I loved it, and everyone was so complimentary about it, but then I never wore it out because I felt like I was not cool enough to pull this off. But I feel that it's so flattering on every body shape, so I sold some stuff earlier this week on Facebook, and I used the money to repurchase the dress because I just love it. And my friend is actually, she runs a small business. She actually sells like collars and bows and stuff for dogs, and she sells stuff for people as well. Her shop is called the January Rose. This is not sponsored, this is not an ad. However, she saw that I was buying the dress and she asked if she could send me some bows because she has bought a fabric that is very similar to this, and she wants some photos of like human and hound twinning. So she asked me if she could send me some bows, and I was like, yes please. So they will hopefully be arriving next week, but I repurchased the dress. It's so comfy. I'm glad I have it again, but whether I will be brave enough to wear it out, we'll see. Hey guys, so it's actually Sunday, but I'm gonna continue this vlog into next week because I've barely filmed anything this week in comparison to last week. This morning we have been super busy. We had a slightly slow start because obviously it is a Sunday, but then we got a few bits done around the house. I did the washing and cleaned the kitchen, and we sorted out some of the bedroom because yesterday we took loads of stuff to the tip from the bedroom. So I want to like get it a bit more organised in here because we've ordered our carpet. So they're coming round in about a week to measure up and everything properly, so that's really exciting. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to get a few bits sorted in here. Then we went to the gym because I haven't been to the gym in a week and that's just not good enough for me. So we went to the gym, and then I had like a shower and got ready and everything, and then we went for a carvery. Kind of defeats the object of going to the gym, but I really wanted a roast dinner and we haven't had one in ages, so we went for a carvery, and now we're home and it's about 1:30, and we're going to go through all our camping stuff and make sure that everything is okay and in good condition because we are going camping next weekend. Archie is very interested in checking all of the tent stuff.
This seems fine.
Yeah, that one looks fine. So this is like the bedroom compartment of the tent, and that all seems fine. Archie, on the other hand, is very excited.
And it can be very hard to fold.
Yeah. Archie, come away. Good boy. You're so excited, Archie.
His ball's underneath it.
Yeah. Morning everyone. I have just got myself somewhat dressed. I've got workout clothes on again with a little like sweatshirt over the top, and I've kind of put some makeup on just so that I feel a little bit ready and somewhat put together for the day. I'm intending to just have a day of getting stuff done around the house and ticking things off my to-do list. There's a hair in my eye and I can't get it out. There we go. So yeah, I want to get some housey bits done today. I want to clean out the rabbits. I want to like tidy this place up for sure. And I've also got some weekly vlog footage to edit. I thought that the footage I got last week was really short, which was why I decided to go ahead and lump the 2 weeks together. But it turns out I actually took loads of footage last week, but it's not like good, so I need to go through and edit it all. And I've also got a video going up today, a weekly vlog going up today, this evening, so I need to go through and like do a final edit of that, but it's nearly an hour long, so wish me luck. I've also got a cup of tea in my Henry VIII and his 6 wives mug because, of course, I always have to remain on brand. Good Good morning, pumpkin pie. Good morning. How you doing? Morning everyone, it's Tuesday. I'm just going to chat to you whilst I quickly do the dog's breakfast because I'm running a bit late for the gym. Will has, oh, the food's over here. Will has already left to go to the gym because obviously he's got to go to work, so he can't afford to wait around for me if I am running behind. So I told him to go ahead without me, but I am still going to go. I'm just heading down there a little bit later than anticipated. All that noise in the background, by the way, is Winnie stamping her feet and huffing and puffing and scratching at the doors because she wants her breakfast quicker than I'm delivering it. They're just going to have a basic breakfast this morning. Sometimes they have Winnie. Sometimes they have eggs with their breakfast or some fish or something like that, but I'm literally just doing their basic breakfast this morning because I'm running late. Today they've got chicken, tripe and bone complete because if you didn't know, my dogs are raw fed. So yes, yesterday we just had like a homey kind of day. I got some bits and pieces done around the house and got my video uploaded, and I just want to say a huge thank you to anyone who left a nice comment on my video yesterday. It's only been up one night, so not many people have seen it yet, but I had a bit of a meltdown over my medication and the side effects and stuff, and some people left really nice, encouraging comments, and I just really appreciate it, so I wanted to say thank you. But yeah, now I need to feed them and I need to get going because I've got lots to do today. I just want to document this disgusting red sweaty face because I have just run the furthest I've ever run on the treadmill, and I forgot how well, it's not the furthest I've ever run, it's the furthest I've run in the last year. I ran slightly further than that this time last year, but I forgot how good it feels when you finally break through that pain barrier and it feels good to run. Like, I forgot how it feels when it feels good. And I look absolutely disgusting now. I didn't bring any of my stuff with me because I didn't intend to get ready at the gym today. I was going to come home and get ready, and I was going to come home and clean out the rabbits. So I didn't think there was any point in getting all lovely and clean and then going out and like mucking out the shed. So I wish I had brought my stuff with me now because I'm absolutely gross. Play again. This toy needs to go in the bin, I think, Archie. Should we show the trick? Archie, sit. Archie, Archie pretty, Archie pretty. Oh, that was a half-assed attempt. Hello, super unflattering angle and I'm covered in dribble because Winnie's just dribbled on me, but I thought I would give you a Tuesday update. So I went to the gym as you saw, and then I went to visit my mum because I hadn't seen her since last Friday, and for me, like, going 4 days without seeing my mum is quite a long time. So I popped around to see her. Ooh. Hello, Archie. So yeah, I popped around to see her. Then I got an email to say that it was 180 days until my Florida trip. So I'm really glad they emailed me because I had totally forgotten with being at my mum's that I could make my advanced dining reservations today. So I quickly logged on and made our dining reservations. We managed to get a Be Our Guest breakfast. I've also booked a Crystal Palace breakfast for our last day, just in case we feel like doing it, because it was one of the things I really wanted to do when we went, but I don't know whether we'll actually be able to do it. It might get changed or cancelled closer to the time. And I also booked us a slot at the restaurant in Star Wars Land in Galaxy's Edge, which is called Ogre's Cantina, I think. Now, I'm not into Star Wars at all, but Will is, so I thought that he would really enjoy going there. But I'm going to see if there's anything that's actually like quick service eligible, because I don't want to go there and spend loads of money when we are on the quick service plan. So if we can't use our quick service credits there, then I will just change the reservation. But yeah, so I'm really happy I managed to do that, and I can't believe it's 180 days today because that's going to go so quick. What else? So then I came home and got loads of stuff done around the house. I've basically ticked off everything that I wanted to do today apart from dissertation work. So I'm gonna do a little bit now, but I really am not in the mood. Like, I'm just not in the mood today, and that happens sometimes, and it's fine. But I do still want to be productive because I'm getting really close to the deadline now. So instead of doing any like intensive writing today, I'm just going to do my title page, my abstract, my dedications. I'm going to start transferring my bibliography entries from my spreadsheet to an actual Word document to add into the project when I'm ready to print it. And yeah, I'm gonna like do all of those little things that you'd normally do at the end, just to tick some stuff off and to still feel like I'm being productive, because at least I'm doing something today towards finishing the dissertation, even if I'm not doing loads of writing. So yeah, gonna do that now.
Oh, it's a special day today, Winnie. Today is Winnie's Gotcha Day. We've had her for 3 years today, and she's very excited about her breakfast. They've got a special breakfast today because I've sprinkled cheese on top to celebrate Winnie's birthday. But just for anyone who's wondering, today they have the same chicken tripe and bone that they had yesterday. Archie's got some plaque off sprinkled onto his and some salmon oil, as well as the cheese. He's also got a probiotic in there. And Winnie has got her breakfast of chicken tripe and bone, some cheese sprinkled on top, and a raw egg, and she's got a probiotic as well. Archie used to eat raw eggs, but he doesn't really like them anymore, so I'm just giving one to Winnie today. Are you ready for breakfast? Are you ready for breakfast?
But yes, as I said earlier, today is Winnie's Gotcha Day. I can't believe we've had her for 3 years. That's just crazy. It's gone so quickly, but at the same time it feels like we've had both the dogs for like our whole relationship. I don't even remember what things were like before we had the dogs and before we lived together. So it is a happy day here because it is Winnie's Gotcha Day, but it's also a work day, and I need to get as much work done as possible today. And it's also, I feel quite somber today as well, because one of my friends who actually inspired me to start up my dog blog and my dog Instagram accounts and everything for Archie and Winnie, she's actually having to say goodbye to one of her dogs today, and it's really sad. Like, it's such a sad and unfair situation. They've had to make the incredibly difficult decision to say goodbye to her, so that's definitely on my mind today. And obviously I've sent my love and support to my friend, but I just feel very sorry for her today and very sad about it. Her little dog reminds me so much of Winnie, so it's just sad, and it doesn't feel right to sort of celebrate too much today when I know that she's going through that. But yeah, I've got a lot to do today, a lot of work to get done, feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And last night I used a grade calculator to work out what I would need to get in my dissertation to get a first or a distinction overall in my master's, and I basically found out that it's impossible. So I've had to face the fact that I'm not getting a distinction in my master's because of one bad grade at the end of last semester. Unfortunately, they are all weighted the same. All the modules are weighted the same, apart from the dissertation, but the dissertation isn't weighted heavily enough to outweigh that low grade. So I was quite upset about that last night, but I'm trying to be positive. I'll still be really happy with a merit, which is the same as a 2-1. I just kind of like secretly hoped I might get a distinction, but now I know I can't, so I'm just going to keep working for that merit. Actually, one last ramble. So I just wanted to thank people again for leaving positive, encouraging comments on last week's weekly vlog about my side effects of my medication. And in that weekly vlog, I was sort of saying that I didn't want to be on this medication anymore. I was finding the side effects really hard to deal with, but that I didn't have a choice. And then I was thinking about it afterwards, and I'm trying this new like positive way of thinking and being more proactive in my life rather than just letting things happen to me all the time. I want to be more proactive about the things in my life that I'm not happy with. And I thought, actually, I do have a choice, because there are other medications that I could ask to try. That yes, they still have side effects, but I've been on them before and I didn't suffer as badly as I am on these injections. So I do have a choice. It's my life and my body, and I think I am actually going to call them again today and speak to them about changing my medication. I was meant to have a 6-month review in September, and they randomly cancelled the appointment and sent me another one for January. And I just let it happen, but I shouldn't. I should argue my case and fight these things. So I'm going to call them today and leave a message and see if I get any response.
Assembled here have all signed this document declaring that the marriage is in doubt and must be resolved by trial.
Okay, sorry about the noise of the washing machine in the background, but I am currently packing for camping and I feel a little bit overwhelmed even just with the stuff that we're taking for the dogs, honestly, but I thought I would show you. I'm going to pop it all into this Cath Kidston backpack. Hopefully it will all fit. Believe it or not, this is actually packing fairly light. It's also really dark in here this morning, which is just great, but first thing I'm taking is this towel. It is a microfiber towel. It is a specific dog one. Not that that makes any difference, but I'm taking this just because they might like paddle in the sea or whatever, and I don't want them to come into the tent with really wet feet. We try and keep the tent really clean. Oops. And then I'm taking their Equifleeces as well. Both of these are in the, I want to say it's called Mulberry, but I'm not sure. That one's Winnie's, and then this little dinky one is Archie's, but I actually need to try it on him before we go because he's had a bit of a growth spurt recently and he's filled out a little bit and none of his stuff fits him anymore. His collars and harnesses and everything, none of it fits him, which is really irritating. Although I'm glad he's chunked out a little bit. There he is. So yeah, I'll try that on him before I go, but it does get really cold in the evenings when you're camping and the temperature isn't going to be massively high where we are anyway during the day. So I figured it would be a good idea to have these. And because Winnie really feels the cold, I'm taking her little soft snood as well for the evenings around the fire. I'm taking 2 nice collars and some bows just in case I want to get pictures of them. Highly unlikely that I will actually take any pictures, but just in case, I've got the option. Then I'm taking just their everyday collars, which have got the ID tag on with my number and everything, just in case anything were to happen, God forbid. Plus 2 leads, and I'm just taking these soft rope rainbow leads from Bramble & Friends. They're fully machine washable. They match anything I put on them because they're rainbow and they're really durable. So those are the leads I'm taking. We've got a portable water bowl, a little grooming kit with their grooming spray, a brush and some dog wipes because Lord knows they're going to be disgusting. Taking Archie's favourite toy, his hoop, so that we can play with him because if he doesn't have a toy to play with, he'll go mad, and if I bring a ball, he'll just go super crazy. So sticking with his hoop. This is all their snacks and food. I've got loads of these little dog on the go bars and then a whole box full of really stinky chews and treats. Oh god, it's gross because there's dried fish in there, but just trying to keep them distracted and occupied when we go out. And I've also got these little training treats with my treat bag, which I need to replace because it's got a massive great big tear in it. So that's on today's list as well. We're also taking their car seat because it's a really long journey and I don't like having them in the crate in the boot because I can't see them and keep an eye on them, and it's like 4.5 hours. Plus we're going to be driving around loads while we're there and we don't want to keep having to get the crate in from the tent and like put it in the car and vice versa. So we're taking their car seat. So this blanket is for the car seat, and I'm taking Winnie's carry bag as well because she doesn't like to walk. So I can take that if we're going to go to a restaurant or a cafe, and she can sit in that because she refuses to sit on the floor. Yes, I know my dogs are spoiled. What can I say? So I've managed to get it all into the rucksack, so that's handy. This is our like selection of everything that's coming camping with us that's like just camping supplies. We still need to pack our own stuff, so that's another thing I need to do today. But I've put everything inside that rucksack apart from these things. This blanket is going in the car seat, their leads and their everyday collars they'll be wearing. Well, their leads they won't, but I'll have them in the front with me for when we get out of the car. The treat bag I'm going to replace, so I'm going to try and buy a new one today. and I'm just going to attach it to my handbag so that I can have it with me all the time when we're walking around. Most of them have these handy clips on, so I can just attach it to my handbag. I'm also going to buy a new poo bag holder because I can't find my one anywhere, and it's really handy to have hanging off my bag as well, just so that I can access everything easily. But yeah, other than bringing the car seat in and bringing the crate downstairs, the bedding's all in the wash now. That's it for you guys. Now I need to pack my stuff.
Please forgive the state of the place in the background, and the fact that I'm in a sports bra. It is a slightly longer one, and I certainly won't be running in this at the gym, but I feel confident today, so why not? I've got through my to-do list and everything's done apart from having a shower myself and bathing the dogs before we go. Everything else is done and ready for camping. So I just need to go and collect my reservation from Argos, which is the micro SD card for that camera. I also need to pick up a new treat bag and a new poo bag holder for the dogs from our local pet shop. I'm hoping they've got something for a reasonable price. And then I just kind of felt really motivated, so I'm going to go to the gym because I didn't go with Will this morning because I wasn't feeling tip top and I knew I had loads to do today, and I was kind of intimidated by this next run on Couch to 5k because it's a 20-minute non-stop run today and I'm not really great, but I want to go. So I'm going to go and pick up those last bits and then I'm going to go for a run at the gym. Wish me luck. Hello everyone. So I did it. I went to the gym. I ran for a really long time on the treadmill. I beat my personal best. I'm really, really pleased. And I also went to Pets at Home. I tried to go to my local pet shop, but they didn't have what I wanted, so I ended up having to drive all the way to Pets at Home to pick up some bits for camping for the dogs. And I also went to Sainsbury's because there's an Argos in our local Sainsbury's, and I picked up my micro SD card and a few toiletry bits as well, but I'll show you what I got for the dogs. So I picked up a new poo bag holder and I'm so annoyed at myself because I couldn't find my poo bag holder anywhere, and I saw this grey one and I was like, yeah, that'll do. Then I go in the boot of my car to get Winnie's carry bag out to take with us, and what is attached to the carry bag? A poo bag holder. But it's okay because it was only £2 and they're handy to have. Excuse me. So I can attach one to my bag and then there'll be one on Winnie's carry bag. If I lose one, it's always handy to have an extra, so it's fine. And then I got this treat bag which was in the puppy section. Archie's really interested in it. It was reduced to £3.75. I was going to get the plain black one, but this one's so much cuter and it says treats on it. Plus it matches the grey poo bag and poo bag holder, and that just makes me happy. And this one has an actual carabiner clip on it. None of the others had any sort of clip to attach it to your bag, and that was like the most important thing to me. Like I wanted to be able to attach it to my bag. So it's waterproof and like lined on the inside, but it's really soft on the outside. And I'm going to pop their treats in that. When you've got reactive dogs, to be honest, when you've got any dog, it's really handy to constantly have treats on you and like have them easily to hand. So that's why I've gone down the treat bag route. I use my pink one all the time, which is why it's got a great big tear in it. So I thought by going for a thicker one, I could avoid that happening again. Plus they didn't actually have the ones in there that I've had before. They literally just had a plain black one with a belt loop, and that's not what I wanted. So I've got that one. And then this was reduced to £4.50, and I thought this would be really useful. I normally take a portable water bowl out with us and I give the dogs water from my own water bottle, but don't know what they're doing. But I thought it might be good for them to have their own water bottle that has a fold out bowl and it's got a clip on it, so I'll take it out and show you. Okay, it's just taken me a second to figure out because I'm an idiot, but it's got this carabiner, again, so handy. I can hang it off my bag and have it easy to hand. And what you do is you pop off this top rubber lid. I can kind of see it leaking, to be honest. I hope it doesn't leak. And then this part has a hole in, and then what you do is you fold this part. It's going to be really hard to do with one hand. You fold this part back on itself. There we go. And then it's like a leaf shape, and then the water comes out into that bowl and they can like drink out of that. I think that's really clever and really handy, so I'm glad I spotted that. And they had
loads of stuff on sale in there. I don't normally shop in Pets at Home really anymore, but it was out of necessity today because I could not find anywhere what I needed. So I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest, apart from the stupid double poo bag holder, but at least they match. This is all of the dog's stuff except their crate, so I think that's pretty good. And the car seat is just for obviously safety reasons, so I think I've done pretty well getting it in one backpack and then just her carry bag. I'm going to start loading up the car now because we want to leave super early tomorrow morning, so Will's just sorting out all of his stuff now. Winnie's keeping out of the way because she thinks we're going somewhere without her. Archie's looking in the bag and I'm excited. Archie, are you excited for a bath? No? You want to get in the bath? Do you? Excuse the paint on the floor. Archie, is it bath time for you and Winnie? Yeah? Happy bath time. Oh, I've got two unhappy puppers. They're not enjoying themselves. Archie. No, don't try and jump. Oh, cuties.
We made it to our campsite. The tent is up. Everything else is in the tent. We haven't really arranged it yet though. Will's just looking at menus for dinner tonight. Winnie's getting some sun. And Archie's just settled underneath Will's feet in the shade. They've tipped over their water bowl already, but all in all, it's going pretty well, and putting up the tent wasn't too difficult. The canopy blew down twice, but we've pegged it in really tight now, so hopefully it'll be fine. You okay over there, Winnie? She loves the sun. Archie's spotted something, oh dear. So Will's just gone to get us a few snacks, and the dogs are just chilling outside. They're actually doing really well so far. I'm quite surprised. And I've just sorted the inside of the tent, so we've got a little storage thing there which we didn't have last time, and I've just popped a lot of the stuff in there that we're going to be reaching for quite a lot, like our toiletries and things. Some of our bags are just dumped there ready for when we need them. Will's bag is just there. My dresses are hanging up there to try and uncrease them. There's a little table behind me that's got Will's books. He's reading this massive physics book. Yeah, the books are there, lantern, my drink, my journal, and the dogs are just chilling, and it's so cute. This is exactly what I was hoping for and what I was waiting for, so I'm really glad to be here, and it's a beautiful view. You can't really appreciate it from here, but it's a lovely view. There they are in the crate. They slept really well, but they're whinging now because they want to get out to go to the toilet. So I'm going to quickly get myself dressed and then take them out so that they can go to the loo. Look at the cuties. I didn't really film much yesterday because we were so tired, and we went out for dinner. There's a pub on site at the campsite, so we went out for dinner, and this little fella didn't do so well at the pub. He had a couple of barking fits at some other dogs, and then because he was stressed from barking, he started barking at just like anyone who came towards us, and it was just quite stressful. So to be fair, he still did better than he normally does, and he did really well outside the tent yesterday. And Winnie's been an absolute superstar. She was great all through dinner as well, so they're doing okay. But we didn't really film last night. So yeah, we're ready for a fun day. I think we're going to go to St Ives. As usual, I've not filmed really anything. I've not taken any photos. Like, it's just so typical of me when we go away. I never do what I want to do, as in like document it properly. Yesterday was really stressful though. We left it too late to go to St Ives, so when we got there the car parks were all full. We got stuck in this tiny little side street. Everyone had to reverse out because no one could get in the car park, and we ended up not actually like getting anywhere until about 11:30ish, and we had left the campsite at about 9ish, just gone 9. So it was quite stressful, but we went for lunch at a restaurant. We just sat at the furthest table away, and the dogs weren't too bad. Archie barked a couple of times, and then we went from there. We had a wander round, got some ice cream, went to the dog beach. There's a dog friendly beach all year round, and people refer to it as just like the dog beach at St Ives, and randomly Archie had a great time there. He only barked once when some French bulldogs like sprinted up to us, but he was like off the lead, running around, meeting other dogs, having a great time, going in the sea. Like, it's so weird that he's absolutely fine with that, but at a restaurant or something he is totally like uncomfortable and just barks at everything, and it's awful. So yeah, I'm not gonna like pretend it's been all rainbows and smiles the whole time, because it hasn't. The first time we came camping was absolutely brilliant, and that's why we wanted to come again. But it's really stressful when you've got the dogs with you, and now he's barking at something. What are you barking at? Archie? Why are you barking? Archie! He's barking because there's another dog over there. Don't know if you can see it, but it's just sat there minding its own business. Not doing anything wrong, but Archie can't have it in his eye line. Archie! I mean, this isn't him actually barking, this is him just having a grumble, but when he actually barks, oh my god, it just goes straight through my head. I can't stand it. But yesterday afternoon at the dog beach really sort of saved the holiday, really. It was really nice. We had a really nice time, and I'm just hoping that we can have a nice time today. I don't even know what we're doing today, honestly. Oh, here he goes. And that was all because some people think that the rules don't apply to them, and even though every sign on this campsite says keep your dogs on the lead, some people just decide not to. They think their dog can just run around off the lead and upset everyone else's dogs. So that's just great. We've come to Lizard Point for a little mooch around.
The water in Cornwall is so beautiful, it's like being on holiday. There's these two little monkeys and the big monkey.
Hey.
Drag me, Archie, that's it. Mush, mush. Having such a nice time on this holiday. Archie's a lot more chilled today. I think he's getting used to it. But we are at the seal sanctuary. We're off to see the seals, which is my favourite place really. As lovely as the beaches and stuff are, I love seeing the seals. It's lovely. Do you like it, Archie?
Or do you want to see the penguins?
Oh, I forgot that there are penguins. Are you trying to see into the sea lions? You can't really see much anyway. I used to love it when we would take him to see animals. Reunited with my people. Doggies! We're in the little woodland bit now, where you walk down the trail and then there's otters, and last year the otters were my favourite part. They were so cute and they really wanted to be fed. But yeah, so we're going to take the dogs down there and see what they make of the otters. What do you see in there? Can you see the penguins? Can you see them? What do you reckon of them, Winnie? Are they as interesting as the otters? Winnie! Oh, she's all sticky. Good boy. That was nice sharing.
Yeah, apart from the first bit where she just grabbed the whole thing.
Now we've come to Falmouth, get some lunch and to see the sea again. Dogs are enjoying themselves.
So we have had a lovely day today. I know I haven't really filmed myself at all. I've just been enjoying myself really and dealing with the dogs. They've actually been really good today. Like I said, we had a really nice day. And maybe we should quit while we're ahead, but it's gone 7 p.m. and there is a beach about half an hour away that allows dogs after 7 p.m. So we thought we would take the dogs there and let them have a run because it's our last night and we probably won't be back until this time next year. So we're gonna go. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll see how it goes. I get nervous in these sort of situations, but I'm sure it'll be fine. You having a good time? And just like that, we are all packed up, ready to come home after a lovely camping trip. So I'm not sure how much of it will actually make it into the vlog, but yesterday I filmed like a segment of the vlog saying that I wished I'd left the dogs at home. It was first thing in the morning, I think, or it might have been the evening before even. Just saying that the dogs were having a really hard time and then that was difficult for me. But as you can see, they're pretty chilled camping dogs now. They really settled in the end and we learned like what was working and what wasn't. Like yesterday we had a really busy day. They were absolutely shattered, so instead of tethering them outside the tent, we just popped them in the crate, enforced a nap on them, and then they were really fine. They've done really well, much better than I expected, and I shouldn't moan so much and I should make an effort to take them more places so that they get used to it. It rained overnight, so the grass is very soggy this morning. So we've got 2 soggy doggies. But we're ready to go home, aren't we, pups?